Hi, it's Claire Saunders from What's New in Electronics. I'm here at IPC Apex and I've been joined by Don from Libra Industries. How are you?
Good to be here. Thanks for inviting me.
Absolute pleasure. So you guys are walking the show floor, is that right?
Yes, we have. We've been here for a couple days. We'll be here for a few more. We've got customer meetings and we're also on the hunt for some new equipment for our US-based plants and Mexico. So yeah, thrilled to be here.
Great stuff. Well, I'm sure people are very excited if you're here and you're looking to buy, so that's good.
Yes.
You must be very popular.
Oh, we are. And I think all the other buyers are as well.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I'm here with my VP GM of Dallas, and we just had a couple good demos with some European companies.
Okay, fantastic.
On some new equipment. So yeah, we're looking forward to the next few days.
Great stuff. And what are you seeing specifically on the show floor that's of interest? Is there anything that's standing out? Is there any sort of like key points?
Yeah. I think the first thing, I hadn't been to Apex in a few years. The show here in Anaheim is definitely bigger than some of the previous years, and more international equipment companies. So that's really good to see. Also, a lot of customers, are here and everybody using social media to network and where you're going to be, and so it's a good opportunity to reconnect. Plus, with people like yourself and other industry experts, just to compare notes on what everybody's seeing. So it's definitely worth the trip.
Great stuff. And you mentioned Europe. So yes, I mean obviously it's a very international show.
Yeah.
Tell by our accent that we're not from the US.
Yes.
But we're very happy to be here. How are you seeing your business? You're a US-based company. Is that where your boundaries stop, or are you working much more internationally now?
Yeah, that's a great question. So we've got a plant in Ohio that goes back 80 years, precision machining, really well known in the US and to a lot of European customers as well. In Dallas, we've got printed circuit board assembly and box build. That location's been there almost 30 years. And then we've got an operation in Guaymas, Mexico, that's more metal bending and frames and sheet metal. And so our customers are really in four classes. One, semiconductor capital equipment, highly regulated, aerospace defense, medical, and then industrial. And to your question, we have a lot of international customers, so Fortune 500s and global large companies, and the trend we're starting to see over the last year or so are more collaboration, where European companies are contracting us for manufacturing. Some of it may be going back to Europe, some of it staying in the US to be built for their end markets.
Yeah.
Aerospace and defense, a lot of it's ITAR, and we're AS9100 for aerospace. They want it built in the United States, so there's that. We've recently seen US large aerospace defense customers approaching us to support their European sites.
Okay.
And so that is definitely a shift. And the same thing with Canada, locations in Canada. So, and then the last piece would be a semi-cap and some of the industrial companies where, with tariffs going up, they've been building in Asia, especially for metal, with tariffs and everything else and landed cost and obviously the cost of transportation. Yeah. Many of them in the last months have been coming to us to see, can you build this for us in Mexico? And we're winning more business there to support their manufacturing in different places around North America. So it's interesting times, I think a lot more collaboration now that COVID's years behind us, and in these two of these major industries with regard to aerospace and defense and semi-cap, we see really good steady growth over the next 2-3 years.
And it's interesting to hear the word collaboration when it comes on a sort of more international scope, because this time last year almost every interview I was having was talking about the tariffs and reshoring, etc. So the fact that yes, those sort of things are happening, but it's also happening on a more sort of joint basis, an international collaboration and reshore, so that you can support one another through whatever capabilities you have. And obviously there's going to be different regions that are not getting the best out of that, but I think Europe is definitely seeing a resurgence, and obviously the US has also seen that as well. So that the fact that collaboration and it's being noticed by you guys is quite interesting to hear.
Oh yeah. And the other thing that's prompting it is, a lot of us have been around a long time. We've seen the cycles, boom and bust in the global tech economy, and shortages, even before COVID, where plants had to be shut down. So we are starting to see that again, where AI and the server farms are really capturing a lot of the component production for memory and power management chips. And so we're encouraging our customers we're going to have to plan together a little bit further out. It's no longer, we can look 90 days out. Lead times are stretching, prices are going up, and then there's a lot of us have become really good at helping customers with tariffs, how we can recoup money or who's going to pay it. So I think that's the key message, not just to the bigger companies, but even the medium and smaller size OEMs that, don't think that lead times are going to come in, and don't think that prices will just come down. So some of the chip companies have announced 20 to 50% price increases over the next couple quarters. So that's the other reason why within the supply chain, and that includes people, our company Libra Industries, as well as our suppliers and our customers, that we all bolt up together and just be really good planners together and put it all out on the table so we can insulate as much as we can. Because every morning we get up, there's something new that happens in the world, and
there's definitely
we can't
a challenge,
plan for that.
No.
But we can plan for the supply chain, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and that, there are so many different uncertainties with everything that's going on right now. But it's important, I think, and we all suffer the same goals. You're right. No matter what size the business is, everything's more expensive. Everything costs more space, people, product, component, everything you're looking at. So you need to just look at that on a much wider scale and see how you can support one another to keep each other going, because it's a very interesting industry. This industry, it's everybody knows one another, and you come to these events, and it doesn't matter how many years you've been away for, you still recognise very, very similar faces. Yeah,
well, that relationship, right? Knowing people for a long time, and there's that trust factor, right? So, it's still a people business, even though the technology is mind-blowing compared to where things were even 10 or 20 years ago, especially on this incredible equipment that's being shown here, and the components and the geometries and, AI and what can be done. We do a lot of work with companies on robotics. So, that's growing, in terms of warehouse distribution and automation, and it's not about eliminating jobs. It's really about this is where technology is going to help our customers and ultimately people that consume products. So the relationships help us. We all learn from each other and refer each other to, you need this, I've got a company that can really help you. And we do the same thing at Libra. If we can't, if it's something that's not in our wheelhouse, that's not a fit, we have a lot of connections in the industry to say, here's 3 companies that would be a perfect fit for that project.
And it's interesting to see how AI is sort of being embraced in this sector as well, and people are very keen to talk about it. In other industries, not so much. You talk about AI and it's a dirty word, but here everybody's embracing it and seeing the benefits, because it's helping people work smarter. It's allowing those people to have a much better sort of scope on their day-to-day work, take a lot of the headaches away. But and I guess it's kind of like you say, because we're kind of our own little AI group anyway, because we're all learning from one another and building and learning experiences from our customers. And the next products that we build or produce are there because our customers are showing us the issues of the previous stuff that they had.
Exactly right. And AI within this industry and even in supply chain, it really is invaluable because buyers and supply chain people are stretched, and to be able to use AI to help them source and quickly do research, it's invaluable. So there's really great applications within our industry, and even in manufacturing to do different scenarios, and it'll keep getting better and better. So you're right, it's not all bad.
No.
We just need to use it the right way.
Exactly. Well, great stuff. Well, I wish you all the best walking around the show floor.
Thank you.
I hope you manage to find all the things that you want to buy and spend all your money. I'm
sure
the
we will.
People out there want you to do that.
Excellent, and find more customers for Libra.
Exactly, absolutely.
Excellent. Well, it's great meeting you. Thanks for inviting me.
Thank you very much. Absolute pleasure. Thank you.
Have a good night.